Hey, welcome back. So you called earlier and you're looking for another suit, right? Perfect. So this will just be an initial appointment as a reminder. So just have a few questions and then we will do all of your measurements. So first, when do you need the suit by? Perfect, gives us enough time. Any specific style of suit? Okay, so kind of like that classic look. I know you said you like it a little more fitted, but still comfortable. So yeah, we'll do kind of like the same thing again. And is there a special occasion? Okay. Then what about color? Okay, easy enough. And then fabric. Okay, so same as before. We can talk more about the style in the second appointment, and then we can also go through the pinning and some other examples of suits. Today will be all about measuring though, so just bear with me as we work through all of them. So really all I need you to do is stay still for me. I'm going to go through all of my measurements and then double check any that I need to be very precise about. So, any questions? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start with your neck. So just stay exactly where you are. I'm just going to, first of all, measure the length of your neck. Okay, so just stay there, and just want to make sure I get the exact number. And I will just be writing a lot about this. Okay, so now I'm going to wrap this around your neck very gently. Let me know if it's too tight. Okay, good. Perfect. Okay. Just stay still right there. I'm gonna write it down. Okay. Now you can relax. Now your shoulders. So can you turn around for me? Let's place it on this side first. And then all the way to the other side. Alright. Perfect. Okay, so now staying on your back, I'm going to do the length of your back. So starting top to the bottom. Okay, perfect. And then I'm also going to do the width of your back. Are you comfortable? Turn around again. Thank you. And let's do So I'll start with your right arm. I'm going to do the length first. Good. And now your bicep. So just roll your sleeves up a little bit. Okay, good. I'm going to wrap this around your bicep. Good. And now here as well. Actually, let me get your wrist. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so I'll set with your right arm. Now the left. Typically they are the same, but we just always like to make sure we want your suit to be perfect. Okay, so the length, and now your bicep, just going to wrap it around again. Good. Tricep. And then your wrist. Okay. You can relax your arms now. Now I'd like to do your chest. So just come a little bit closer. Good. Gonna wrap this around your chest. Good. Okay. Wonderful. And now your waist. So just a little bit lower. Wrapping it around again. Good. Sorry, it's a little bit snug. Okay, good. Okay. Now, let me get the full length of your torso. So, right here all the way down to your waist. So again, I'm going to put that right there. Good. All the way down. Perfect. You're doing a wonderful job. I know this can be kind of boring at times, but we will be completed soon. So now your legs. I will need you to just stand up on the podium so it's a little bit easier for me. So I'm going to start with your out seam. So your right leg. Very good. I'm going to put it all the way down to your ankle. Perfect. Now your inseam. Sorry, just have to get a little close for this one. Good. Then I'll check the inseam on your left leg as well. Good. Now the outseam on your left leg. ankles. So let me just wrap this around both of them. Can you just lift your foot up? Perfect. Thank you. Good. And good. Just want to make sure your pants aren't too tight or too loose around your ankles. I know you like that specific style, so I'm gonna make sure I do it perfectly. So I just want to double check a few of them. So your shoulders again, can you turn around? Just want to make sure I have it perfect. Okay, let me make sure. Good. Now, check your arms again. Good. Good. Make sure I got this correct. And then I want to check your waist again, just since that is pretty important for your pants. So arms up again, and I'm just going to wrap this around again. Good. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now everything looks good. Just do the front here. I think I forgot that one. Sometimes it is kind of tricky to remember all the measurements we need. I used to have a checklist that I followed, but I can't seem to find it. So I have to do that again. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to tape a few of these measurements to the computer. And you can just relax for a moment. Okay, so and then, what was your waist again? Waist, chest. Then your biceps and triceps. Triceps. Okay, so it looks like I'm just comparing your measurements now to what they were a few months ago. Seems to be a little bit smaller than before, so you may have lost a little bit of weight. Just making sure I have that all down. Okay, perfect. Okay, great. Now, let me just make sure your email and phone number is correct in our system. You said you did move, right? Okay, so a new phone number. Okay, what is it? Great. Then your email. I don't think that has changed, so still have that in our system. Okay, so you're all set. Do you have any questions for me? Wonderful. So then I'll be in touch once I have a mock-up of your suit. then you can come in, try it on. We can do a second fitting and make sure everything is coming along perfectly. Okay? Alright, well, thanks for your patience. Thanks for coming back. And I will be in touch shortly to schedule your second fitting. Well, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Hi again. It's so good to see you. So, remind me what you're here for. So, a new suit for a video game competition. That sounds really cool. And when do you need it by? 3 weeks? Yep, that's absolutely fine. You can definitely have it done by then. And let me just ask a few questions to make sure I understand exactly what kind of suit you are looking for. So, what color are you thinking? Red? Okay, yeah, I have not done a red suit in a really long time, but that will be really cool. And what kind of fabric? I'm assuming something very breathable. Yeah, you'll be under a lot of pressure. So yeah, we'll make sure it's very light, but also stylish. And then what about the fit? Do you want it to be pretty comfortable? Yeah, because you'll be sitting a long time. Okay. Yeah, again, we'll make sure it's comfortable, but still stylish. And just as a reminder, this is your first fitting. So I'll get your measurements, give some suggestions, and then you will come in at a later date to have a final fitting. Is there anything you need before we get started? Okay, and then anything else you need me to know about the suit? Any questions? Okay, so this should take me about 15 to 20 minutes. Of course, we can stop if needed, so just let me know as we go along. And let me see what else. I think that's it. You can actually get changed in the fitting room right there. Just need you to leave on your undershirt and your shorts. Okay? I will see you in a few minutes. So have you ever had a suit fitting before? Okay. So I'm just going to get all the necessary measurements, and I really just need you to stay very still for me. Alright. Can you move a little bit closer? Okay, right there is good. And then shoulders back. And just stand up straight. Good. So I'm going to do your shoulders first. And yeah, just stand up straight. Start at your left shoulder. Then just place it to the right. Good. And I just always double check, make sure I have the exact number. Okay, so let me write that down. Okay, so let's see. We'll continue on with your back. So I'm just going to place this right at the base of your neck. Okay. All the way down your back. So just keep standing tall for me. Very good. Okay. more time. Perfect. Do you have to go back to work after this? Yeah, well, at least it's almost the weekend. And now your chest. So I'm just gonna wrap this around. And so, what is the date of the gaming competition? Okay. And are you playing one game, several games? Oh, cool. So, like a speed run, basically how fast you can complete the game? Nice. Well, that sounds pretty intense, I must admit. But I guess you have probably practiced for a really long time. Yeah. And it seems like you're up for the challenge. Very nice. Let's get your waist next. And so how long have you been practicing? Oh wow, so several years. And do you feel pretty confident? Yeah, I know it can take a long time to feel confident playing a game, especially for a competition. I've never done one myself. I don't think I ever could, but definitely think that would be amazing to watch someday. So I have your waist measurements. And now let me just grab your hip measurements as well. So just keep your arms up again. Okay, very good. Just hold still. Alright, so let me write this down, and then we'll get your arm measurements. And again, you said a little bit looser in the arms. Okay. So turn to the right. Start with your right arm. The length. Your bicep, your tricep, and then your wrist. Okay, turn to the left. I'm gonna measure the length. Good. Your bicep. Tricep. And your wrist. Perfect. You can relax for a moment. Sorry, I know this really is a lot, but we'll be done before you know it. So now I'd like to measure your neck. So I'm just going to slightly put this a little tight. Okay, good. This is just to make sure we have the perfect measurements for your upper body. Now I need to get your leg measurements. So I'm going to do the outseam, the inseam, and your ankles. So can you just stand up on this for me? It just helps me reach a little bit easier. The inseam. The outseam. The inseam. And then let me get your ankles. Okay. So I do have a jacket sample for you to try on. Now this is not red, but we will get you that red fabric that you want. So here it is. I'm going to have you just put that on. And can you also just confirm, is this the kind of red color you're looking for? Okay, so kind of like that bright Nintendo classic red. Okay, so we will get that for you. So let's see, I'm just going to place a few pins just to help me when I'm creating your jacket. So again, just need you to stay still. I'm just going to do a few, and then we will have you take a look in the mirror, and then have you back to work. Although I'm sure you're not really looking forward to that, right? Yeah, sometimes I like having appointments during the workday. Definitely makes the day go a little bit faster. I usually have something to hold my pins with, but I forgot it. So just bear with me as I place these very carefully. Okay. And I meant to ask you, do you have any friends who are doing the competition? Yeah, I was gonna say, if you have any friends who still need a suit, you can refer them to me if you want. We're actually pretty slow right now, so I could use the extra business. Right, so I'm just gonna place a few more here. You're doing a great job. Alright, now I'm gonna do the other side, so just turn for me. Perfect. Let's see. To get some pink ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's just see that sleeve again. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good. I'm just going to place a few on your upper back. Just want to make sure it's exactly how we want it. Okay, so just stay still. Good. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now turn to the front. think that looks good. How does it feel? Good. Alright, so you can remove your jacket. And I think that's all I need for now. And are you wearing a tie to the competition? A black one? And do you need one? Okay, you have one already. Okay, so if you don't mind, just bring it to the second fitting so I can just make sure I see the final look put together. I'm so excited to get started on this, and I hope you are excited for your competition. It's good that you still have a few weeks to practice and get your suit ready so you look nice and professional. So I will get started on this and then call you as soon as it's time for the second fitting. Do you have any questions for me? Perfect. Well, I'll be in touch in a few weeks then, and I hope you have a great rest of your day at work. See you again soon. Hi there. So you are here for your second suit fitting, is that correct? Lovely. Okay. So I have all of your information here. Just going to confirm a few things before we get started. And just a reminder, this is just basically an appointment so I can fine-tune the garment and just make sure all of the measurements are precise and that nothing has changed, okay? And I've done a little bit of work on the jacket and the pants, so I'm going to have you try them on, and then we'll see if anything needs adjusted. And the date hasn't changed that you need this by? Okay, perfect. So let's take a look at the pants first. And you already have them on, which is perfect. So let's see. How do you like the fit of the pants? Okay, and then how do they feel at the waist? Okay, so if you don't mind, just walk around for me. I'm just going to take a few notes based on what I observe. Now can you sit down? Perfect. And do they feel too tight around the waist? What about around your thighs? Now the length, how do you like it on the bottom? I did move them up exactly as much as we talked about, so it shows a little bit of your ankle. So if that's all good, then we're going to just leave them as is. Perfect. I'm glad you like them. And now let's take a look at your jacket. So I'm going to have you stand over here. Perfect. And yep, that's good. I just need you to have shoulders back, but just relax for me. I'm going to need you to stand as natural as possible, so just be comfortable. Alright, so how does the jacket feel? Okay, can you lift your arms for me? I'm going to take some notes again. Okay, and now just move your arms up and down again. Good. Okay, now look in the mirror. Does the length look a little bit too long for you? Okay. be able to move it up just a very little bit. And then what about the sleeve length? Maybe a little bit shorter. Okay. And now if you don't mind, can you just button the jacket? Just want to make sure it's not too tight when it's buttoned. Perfect. Okay, so I'll bring up the length of the jacket a bit. And then what about the arm length? Do you feel like it hits your wrist a little bit? Too much? So you want it a bit shorter? Okay. Yeah, that won't be a problem. Very easy to fix. So I'm going to have you leave your jacket on for me. And now I will just take a few measurements so I can do the adjustments. So you can just move over a little bit. Perfect. I'm going to start with your right arm. So just relax. Do from the top to the bottom right here. So is this right where you want the bottom of the sleeve to go? Okay. Mark down that measurement. And now let me just wrap this around. Okay, now your left arm. So let me just get the same measurement. Perfect. Just need to confirm that your arms are the same length. Okay, so that's the same. And then I'm going to wrap it around. Now your chest, so lift your arms please. I'm just going to wrap this around. Very good. Okay. Now your waist. Just lift your arms for me. Good. Perfect. And then your hips. Okay, you can relax now. Okay, and let me just get your wrists. So just put your arms out. Good. Good. And lastly, if you don't mind, can you just turn around? Just gonna get shoulder to shoulder. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's see if anything else is needed. Can you lift your chin up a little bit? Here again. Sorry, sometimes I just like to be very precise. Just one more. just lift your arms again. Good. Just double checking a few measurements from last time. So that one I had 16, 18. Okay. And then one more. Can you turn around again? Good. Okay. Alright, so now I'm just going to place a few pins on the jacket. So, just need you to stand tall again and just relax so I can get these all placed appropriately. And are you comfortable? Do you need anything? Okay. So I'm going to start with this sleeve. You said you wanted a little shorter, right? Okay. So I'm just going to bring it up a little bit. How is this? Okay, so just keep your arm right there. I'm going to place pins right in the top. And this won't take too long. Just want to make sure I have it marked perfectly. Good. And one more. Okay, so I'm going to have you look in the mirror. How does that arm look? Better? Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a better length compared to the other one, so yeah, I'll bring it up a little bit. Now let's look at your other arm. So if you can just turn for me. Perfect. And now same thing. Bring it up just a little bit. Just keep your arm right here. And place the pins. Actually, I think I need to grab a few more. And now after the second fitting, you should not need any more adjustments. If you want, once I'm done adjusting it though, you can come back in and just double check that it's perfect. I know this is a very important suit, so I really do want it to be exactly what you want. Alright, so arm up again. To your side. Perfect. And place the pins again. Good. Just a few more. Okay. So mirror again. Tell me what you think. Yeah, so they're both even now, and I think that will be perfect. And now the only other thing I want to do is just place a few pins along the bottom seam. So, just get a few more. And just stand up on this podium for me. Perfect. So I'm just going to place the pins. Oops. Let's see. So I'm just going to bring it up about a 1/2 inch. That should do it. Alright, so what do you think? Does it feel a little bit better around your waist? Yeah, I think that looks perfect. Let's just hold for one moment. Just writing a few notes. Okay, perfect. And just turn a little bit more. Very good. Alright, so I'm going to have you carefully take off the jacket. I can help you do that. And then the pants are yours to take home now, since they fit you perfectly. Okay. And I'll just set the jacket right there. Okay. So let me just double check. Have all your measurements. We pin the jacket. Again, everything feels comfortable. Don't be shy. If you want me to change something, I can. And then, if you don't mind, I just have a few last things to type into my computer. Just double checking my notes. And get these numbers in. Okay. Perfect. Alright. So I will call you in a few days once everything is complete. And thanks so much for coming in. I will see you soon. Hey, welcome back. How have you been? I've been good, thank you. So, you're here for a second suit fitting. Okay, and can you just confirm your phone number? I think somebody else worked on your first suit fitting, so I just want to make sure I have everything correct. Okay. It looks like you need the suit by February 14th. And they already did the initial measurements, so I'm just checking a few of them. Today I see a mock jacket has been created. And it looks like we're just looking at the jacket today. So I will check, and again we can make any adjustments if needed. Then I also have a note you'd like to, let's see, look at a few button options. Okay. Alright, so if you don't mind, can you just put on the jacket? It's right there. And what I'm going to do is take a few measurements to make sure the jacket was tailored correctly. We do a second suit fitting again to just make sure everything is perfect. And of course you might have some adjustments you'd like made as well, so I can take note of that for the seamstress. Alright, so first I'd like you to just stand up tall, shoulders back. And I'd like to measure the front. So shoulder to shoulder. And yep, just make sure your shoulders are back. Perfect. And does that feel tight, loose, perfect? Okay, perfect. I'm just going to take a note for the seamstress. Now let me check your arms. So your left arm first. Just put your arm straight down. Perfect. Alright. So that looks good. Does it feel too short? And do you like where it falls on your wrist? Side. Again, don't be afraid to ask for even the slightest of adjustments. We can do whatever you need. That arm feels fine as well. Okay, so lengthwise is good. Now what about how tight it is around your arms? Maybe a little too tight. Okay, yeah, we can bring it out a little bit if needed. Do you feel like it needs to be brought out a lot? Maybe just a little bit. Okay. I'm just going to place a few pins in that area, so I can mark exactly where we want to bring it out. And you're a returning customer, correct? Yeah, I remember working on another suit for you last year. So I'm just going to place a few pins. You can just stay still for me. Perfect. Very good. Okay, now the other side. Perfect. Wonderful. I'm going to ask you to turn around. I want to check the length of the jacket. And also, well, we'll start with shoulder to shoulder on the back. So can you move your arms forward and kind of move around, see if it feels comfortable in the back? Okay, I'm going to measure from side to side again. And shoulders back. Now the length. So do you feel like it's hitting exactly where you'd like it to? Yep, because we can make it a little shorter. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's a common adjustment that we make. when you're here for your first fitting, you make some choices, and then after you actually see them, it's very common to change your mind, so it's really not a problem at all. Okay, so let me just confirm the length currently. We want it a little bit shorter, so maybe right here. So if I bring it up half an inch, do you think that would be good? Yeah, I think that would be good. Okay. Just get a few more pins here. I think it'll bring it up just ever so slightly, where we'll make a difference but not be too much. Just stay still. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Just get a few more. Place this one right here. Okay, great. So now let's check around your wrists. I forgot to do that. And now let's check around your wrists. I just want to make sure it's not too tight there. So let's see, how does it feel? Pretty good. Let me just measure. Yeah, it looks to be a nice fit, not too tight. But again, we can bring it out, so what do you think? It's good. Okay. Now I want to check the pockets. So you did say you wanted 2 pockets on the front. So can you just place your hands in them and make sure they're big enough? You can put your phone in them if you want. Just test them out, see how they feel. Yeah, we can make them a little bit bigger. Yeah, you know, it's always nice to have plenty of room in your pockets. So for sure we can adjust that for you. Okay, so let me just measure them as they are right now. Can you come a little bit closer? Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to get the length and the width, the length and the width, and then, alright, so I'm going to make a note. Would you like them a little bit wider or longer? Yeah, we can extend a little bit both ways. Okay, perfect. So I think that's it for the jacket. Any other areas feel uncomfortable? Wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to put this aside. Just going to dust off the jacket a little bit. Just make sure it looks nice and clean for you. Okay. So now the buttons. So I think we went over this the last time I made a jacket for you. And we do have various sizes. So I can't remember, I think you liked kind of a medium-sized button before. Would which would be around this size right here. But we do have plenty of options. So this is the largest. And again, this is just a sample button, so really you can get any color, any style, whatever you like. So if you see a photo of a suit, that always helps, because then we can order the exact button or find one similar for you. So really just let us know. And then here's an example of a smaller size that you might like. So that one may look nice. Let's put two of them side by side. So you can just see the sizing, and then if you want them to stand out, we can use a brighter color, because your suit will be dark blue. Okay. So then you could do a dark blue button if you just wanted to blend in. The options are endless. Let me show you with the smallest size. They're very, very teeny tiny. So again, completely up to you. Did you have any idea what size you do want? Okay, so kind of like the mid-size again. So I'm going to then make a note for the seamstress. Now what will happen is these final adjustments will be made, and then you will come in for a final fitting. So we can actually place the buttons on the final fitting version, so you can kind of get a full picture of what it would look like when it's complete. So let's schedule your next appointment. So is there a best day of the week that works for you? Thursdays. Okay, then how about 2 weeks from now? And then we have a 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock. Perfect. Alright, so I have you on the schedule, and the seamstress will connect with you if there are any questions or things that she needs to clarify. And I will pass along all the notes to make sure your jacket is adjusted properly, okay? And of course, if you have any questions or want to change anything, just give us a call over the next 2 weeks, okay? Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming in again, and I look forward to assisting with your final suit. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in a few weeks.